Amongst the back-to-back L's that the Pelicans receive, something drastic has happened in the NBA, and the Sacramento Kings have just opened Pandora's box by letting go a very prominent head coach. And I'm going to tell you why. This has a lot to do with the Pelicans too, man. Cue my music.
This is the Pelicans Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Pelicans Scoop. I am your host with the most, Jordan Kitchens, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moms and dads, brothers and sisters. Yes, the Pelicans lost back-to-back to the Rockets and to the Memphis Grizzlies, but we knew that, and that does not matter because the Sacramento Kings took all our little shine, so it doesn't even matter. The Sacramento Kings, if you are not, well, you've seen from the thumbnail, they have let go. I can say of legendary because he's not a legend, but of a very well-respected, highly thought-about individual in his field, Mike Brown. Yeah, the Sacramento Kings have been struggling this year, currently sitting at 12th in the West and obviously not meeting their expectations at all. But this is a team that just made the playoffs, broke a 16-year playoff drought with Mike Brown, ultimately in the 2022-2023 season, ultimately winning him Coach of the Year honors, and now he's out of a job because his team's underperforming. And De'Aaron Fox gave up the game winner. He jumped into Jaden Ivey and got a 4-point play, which ultimately ended up for the Kings losing this game. And I think they're on like a 6-game losing streak. They still have been losing since they fired Mike Brown. They just got swept by the Lakers recently for the season. Held De'Aaron Fox accountable. Next thing you know, next day he's out of town. But it's also in spite of like the Kings. Well, you might say the Kings, but you've been hearing noise about De'Aaron Fox wanting out or looking for greener pastures. So, you know, the NBA is a players-driven league. If a star player says this and that, baba boop, he needs to go, teams are more than likely just going to bend that knee. It's not the NFL. NFL is a coaching league, and like you're a part of the shield. NBA is brands, and you're bigger than the brand more than like. Well, I mean, LeBron James is bigger than a lot of teams. So things of that nature. NFL is going to take some time for you to get to that level, like on some Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady back in the day, but Drew Brees too. Other than that, no, that doesn't normally happen other than in the NBA. And man, ladies and gentlemen, it's crazy because Willie Pastor Green still has a job. And you have coaches of the year. Willie Green hasn't even come close to sniffing a coach of the year honors. But he's sitting there nip and tuck. Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, we're just going to keep, team soft. They're soft. We've been, what Willie's been doing recently. He's been spazzing. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I'm bringing this to you because this is a big deal. One, the Sacramento Kings are just open Pandora's box, right? Firing Mike Brown is not going to fix this situation, but firing Mike Brown has caused a lot of commotion, a lot of uproar, I would say. So I have three clips. One from a Sacramento Kings, Locked on Kings podcast. I can't think of the guy's name, but he does the Locked on Kings. So anybody want to go watch Locked on Kings, type it up on YouTube. This is where I got this clip from about. He was expressing how he felt about the Mike Brown situation. So I'm going to take his word for it because he covers a team and he cares about the Kings. I'm an outsider looking in. I don't watch the Kings. I watch the Pelicans. Maybe that's my my brain dysfunction that I want to watch the Pelicans, but this is what he had to say about the Mike Brown situation.
Of course, I'm not naive to this. I'm not dumb. I know it is tremendously easier and more practical to get rid of a coach than it is to get rid of 1, 2, however many disgruntled players because of that coach. It's not unheard of to choose the coach over those players, but more often than not, it's a hell of a lot easier to get rid of the coach. Especially in the NBA. This is a players' league. It's just the way it is. But my question is this. If you're getting rid of the coach because the players in question don't like the coach, because the coach is trying to hold them accountable for fundamental reasons, fundamental mental mistakes, a basic standard, not of Mike Brown, not to this incredibly high Mike Brown standard that nobody could possibly reach unless you're a superstar. Not that. But to the basic NBA standards for a winning basketball team and being a winning player. If the players were not able to make that standard, even if Mike Brown was fired because of it, It does not excuse them for not reaching that standard.
I mean, man, said a lot. That's a lot, but we're not done there. So I have another excerpt from Mike Malone, right? So Mike Malone also coached for the Sacramento Kings back in the day, right, when they had Boogie Cousins and whatnot. So he was also fired by the Sacramento Kings, ultimately finding his footing in Denver and winning an NBA championship. So proving all of that noise wrong. And another guy that has, well, he's also highly respected throughout the league, but he's also has high respect for Mike Brown. So this is what he had to say about the situation.
Awful. Yeah, awful. And the reason I say that, Matt, is so we're going into a meeting this afternoon. And, the good thing about me is that I'm not on social media. I'm not aware of what's going on outside these walls sometimes. I've had an office with no windows for 10 years and probably taken off 6 years of my life. And I go into the meeting and the coaches say, "You hear about Mike Brown?" And I said, "Why? What happened?" They said he got fired. And at first I was really shocked and surprised. Then I caught myself. So why am I shocked and surprised? For two reasons. One, because as an NBA head coach, ultimately you're going to get the blame. When they win, it's going to go to Sabonis and Fox. When you lose, it's going to go to Mike Brown. That's the way it works. And two, who he works for. So I'm not surprised that Mike Brown got fired, because I got fired by the same person. And what really pissed me off about it was the fact that they lost last night, 5th game in a row, I believe. Tough loss, fouling a jump shooter. They had practice this morning. He does his post-game media, and he's in his car going to the airport to fly to LA, and they call him on the phone. No class, no balls. That's what I'll say about that. Thanks, everybody.
And Michael Malone is holding no punches back. He let it all out there, man. It's an actual joke. It's a joke. That's how he views the Sacramento Kings franchise. But it ultimately makes you wonder, would y'all rather have a franchise? Well, listen, it's like picking, it's two booty cheeks. All right, pause if needed. All right, the Pelicans are no better than the Kings franchise-wise and just over time, right? So would you rather be dysfunctional like that, but at least trying to find a way, or you rather be dysfunctional like us and just be content with smelling your own you-know-what and swallowing in it and not trying to better yourself and just hoping and praying on a star that your savior that you drafted 6 years ago can finally get it together, but you've been saying that for the last 6 years. So instead of having an owner like, I can't tell you who the owner is for the Kings. We'd rather have a guy like that who's just firing everybody and just trying to find a way and make trades and this and that, or you'd rather have franchise was just like, oh, okay, well, we'll figure it out like David Griffin. We'll figure it out. We're just going to figure it out. It's okay. Well, we're going to let our cards fall. We're going to let the dominoes fall where they fall, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Currently sitting at 5-27 with the worst record in the entire league. Not the East, not just the West, the entire league. Over teams like the Washington Generals. Yes, I know they're called the Wizards. If you guys been watching this channel for a long time, I call them the Washington Generals because they're Harlem Globetrotter-esque. But at the same time, Pelicans are damn near with them. All right, we might be the JV team to the Washington Generals. But we'll see January 3rd and 5th. That's the day of reckoning, Pastor Willie Green. It's a day of reckoning. Oh, it's a day of reckoning because if Mike Brown could lose his job, there's no way why that we are still dealing with this. The Pelicans play tonight against the Los Angeles Clippers. That's who they play. They play the Clippers tonight. You're staring 5-28 right in the eyeballs. Oh, it's coming later tonight. You're staring right at it. But somehow, some way, the Pelicans are going to be content with Willie and whatever this debacle that's going on. Mike Brown can get fired, be scapegoated for, an aging DeMar DeRozan not producing as well. De'Aaron Fox taking a step back. Team just failing him. But Willie Green's, his job is safe. And I know the people going to be like, whoa, listen, man, it's okay. Willie's doing a great job at protecting the number one pick. Like, we're going to securing the number one pick. And I just be thinking, like, y'all do know it's a lottery system, right? Just because you have the worst record doesn't mean you get the number one pick. Ask the Detroit Pistons. They've been having a worse record since Timbuktu, And all they got the number 1 pick one time, and that was Cade Cunningham. Granted, Cade Cunningham is an amazing player. But all them other years, the Pistons were god-awful. They did not get the number 1 pick. The year the Pelicans got Zion, they were not the worst team in the NBA. There was like, I think there was, 10th or 11th pick they was projected to get. It was like 9, 10, or 11. I'm pretty sure that's the Pelicans were projected to get. They ended up getting the first pick. Like, look at the Atlanta Hawks last year. Look at the Atlanta Hawks last year. They ended up getting the number 1 pick and drafting, Risharie, whatever, Ratatouille. They ended up drafting Ratatouille. Atlanta Hawks were not the worst team in the NBA last year. By far, they were not. So I hate when people, Willie's doing a great job securing our number 1 pick. Like, tank for the flag, all this, protect the flag. Guys, that is not how this works. Just because you're bad, you have the worst record, it means you have a better chance to get the number 1 pick. But that's slim. I can't tell you what the last. I should really do some research. Matter of fact, y'all let me know right now. Y'all comment, because I know one of you guys are going to know. When was the last time the worst team in the NBA got the number 1 pick? Like the absolute dirt bottom record and got the number 1 pick. I can't. The Charlotte Bobcats or the early Charlotte Hornets. No, Charlotte Bobcats, because it's before they came back to Hornets, like when they had Kemba Walker and whatnot. They were always bad. I don't remember them getting the number 1 pick. When has Charlotte ever had the number 1 pick? I know they got LaMelo. They had a Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Kemba. So saying that just because, we're just going to keep losing and all that, bro, that doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get the number 1 pick or a top 3 pick. You might, the way this NBA thing is, I sometimes think it's rigged because how in the world the San Antonio Spurs got Victor Wembanyama? The kid grew up a Spurs fan, like the same way the Cleveland Cavaliers got LeBron. Or maybe the same way the Pelicans got Anthony Davis after the Chris Paul debacle. So it's a conversation for or after the Anthony Davis debacle, the Pelicans get Zion. So it's a little sketchy, bro. So I don't think it's just that cut and dry. Like, oh yeah, man, we're just gonna keep losing and we're gonna get a top whatever pick. And then when if we do get the top pick, what's to say he's not another Austin Rivers? Even though he wasn't a top pick, he was a top 10 pick though. Austin Rivers was a top 10 pick. I mean, we did draft Buddy Hield, Nerlens Noel. I don't think Nerlens Noel ever. I know we drafted Nerlens Noel, but I don't think he ever played for the Pelicans. But I know we drafted him because I know he played for the Sixers. I know we drafted Nerlens Noel. We had Buddy Hield. So we didn't see guys and all this. Jackson Hayes, right? We didn't see these guys come through. We didn't seen it. So I'm not buying into yes, I want a top pick. Don't get me wrong, because Pelicans need all the help they can get. I'm not saying that. But I'm not sitting there sold on just tanking. Like, this is not the NFL. All right, you can tank, even though they don't tank in the NFL. You can tank in the NFL and get it, worst record, best pick. NBA, so flip of the coin, basically. So Mike Brown, should the Pelicans look to get Mike Brown? Would Mike Brown even consider coming here? I hope so. Because he's about accountability, holding players accountable. Do your job, and we're going to win this game. I'm going to put you in the best position to succeed. I'm going to put you in the best position to succeed. You got a little extra emphasis on that, succeed. And then we're going to try and win these damn games. Willie on the other hand, elbow. And just stand like this. That's my Willie Green impression. Or, my Willie Green right here. Drake! That's a play, y'all. So, thank you guys for sticking for another edition of the Pelicans Scoop, man. Happy holidays, man. We're going to 2025. We are starting 2025 the right way, baby. Pelicans Scoop all the way. I know the Pelicans may or may not be trash, but you rock with me, I'm rocking with you, man. So, 2025 is up. Stan, y'all just enjoy your holidays, man. All right, I'm trying to give you guys some content to enjoy, even though ain't really much the team is giving to enjoy. So we just gonna find a way, baby. So thank you guys for sticking for another edition of Pelicans Scoop, man. I appreciate y'all. 2024, we're signing out. 2025, what it do, baby? I'm out. Peace.